This sign says, Mason Miller is not your trade chip. Or perhaps trade target. Or perhaps,
Target
I don't know what the
is
right
probably
lingo
better.
is.
Yeah, target.
This is something we have talked about often. I'm honestly surprised that it didn't come up when he did this, when he pitched and blew everyone away at Yankee Stadium. One of the things that annoys us the most about Yankee fans, and I understand this happens in other sports with like the Lakers.
I don't want to bring this up. I want to be very clear. Okay.
Yes.
Orioles people were doing this.
Oh,
just as much as Yankees people.
Any fan is.
I went on.
Yes.
Yes.
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I'm just using this as a lead-in. This is something we've talked about in the past. The concept where Yankees fans just assume that everyone who's good will eventually end up on the Yankees. That just brings us to the general sentiment of player does well on not so good team. Now they only exist in the context of when can we trade for them? Can we let these A's fans, these poor A's fans, just have something for
one
once?
thing? One
Please.
thing. Have one thing. And it would be one thing if Mason Miller was a free agent at the end of the year or at the end of next year or at the end of the following year. He is not a free agent until after 2029. Okay? If they do not trade him, they will have Mason Miller theoretically for 2 years in Vegas. Okay? This is not... If you had to pick one player on the A's major league roster who will be on the team when they're in Vegas. Now, how long can someone throw 103 is a very valid question. All right. But just because the A's have a good pitcher does not mean that they're going to trade them. Okay, everyone? I got asked this yesterday. I did a radio hit for in Baltimore with this guy, Glenn Clark. And they were like, what about Mason Miller? I was like, no. Tanner Scott, maybe.
Tanner Scott,
Miller,
yes, fine. He's
great.
a free agent. He's on the worst team in the league, and he's a free agent at the end of the year. The A's, not the worst. Hey, you know what? Ryan Presley. Maybe you should trade for Ryan Presley. Because who's below the A's in the standings? The Houston Astros. The Houston Astros, if they still suck in 2 months, they're going to be trading some guys off.
Just let Mason Miller be on the A's for now. And look, the A's have not done themselves the favor of earning the benefit of the doubt, considering they trade every good player away. I understand that. But there's a reason for this. There's a reason why these things happen.